In the whirlwind of our daily lives, where each day seems to blur into the next, it's the small, seemingly insignificant habits that wield the power to transform our entire existence. Stoic philosophy, with its profound emphasis on self-mastery and resilience, teaches us that greatness doesn't erupt through monumental acts, but through the quiet consistency of small actions. Today, we uncover 5 such habits. Though small, they are mighty in their ability to reshape your life. From the moment you open your eyes in the morning to the last thought before sleep, these practices can turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. They will guide you toward a life of greater fulfillment, clarity, and tranquility. Let's delve into these transformative habits and see how, by embracing the wisdom of Stoicism, we can cultivate a life of purpose and peace. Before we begin, if you appreciate the insights and guidance we're sharing, a simple free favor you can do for us is to hit the subscribe button. Please don't skip any part of the video so you can fully benefit from each valuable lesson we explore together. Now, let's get started. 1. Morning meditation, a foundation of clarity. In the tranquil pursuit of a Stoic life, morning meditation emerges not merely as a practice, but as a foundational ritual deeply ingrained in Stoicism's call for clarity, mindfulness, and self-control. This ancient philosophy teaches the development of self-control and fortitude as a means to overcome destructive emotions, advocating for living a life of virtue aligned with reason. The power of morning meditation. Meditation in Stoicism is more than just a quiet start to the day. It's an alignment of the mind with Stoic values such as wisdom, equanimity, and virtue. Picture beginning your day not in a rush of anxiety or a scramble to meet demands, but with a moment of serene reflection. This practice, rooted in the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control, your thoughts and responses, prepares you to face challenges with a composed demeanor. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, noted in Meditations, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." He often practiced what we could call meditative journaling, reflecting on the day ahead and preparing his mind for the challenges of ruling an empire. Imagine sitting quietly at dawn, the world still, and your mind uncluttered by the day's noise. You focus on your breathing, observing your thoughts without judgment, and gently guiding them toward what is within your control, your actions and reactions. This is not about escaping the world, but preparing to engage with it fully, rooted in Stoic principles. Aligning with Stoic virtues. You can take this practice further by contemplating a specific Stoic virtue, such as temperance, courage, or justice, and reflecting on how you might embody these ideals throughout your day. Marcus Aurelius encouraged this kind of reflection, often focusing on what he referred to as the view from above, a technique where you imagine your life from a bird's-eye view, seeing yourself as part of the grander scheme of the cosmos. This visualization helps cultivate perspective, reminding you of your place in the universe and reducing the weight of self-centered concerns. By grounding yourself in the larger context of the world, you become less likely to be swept away by the petty anxieties and frustrations of everyday life. A buffer against stress. One of the greatest benefits of morning meditation is its ability to serve as a buffer against the impulsive reactions that often arise in response to daily stress. By starting the day with a ritual that centers and calms you, you train yourself to respond to events with reason rather than emotion. Seneca, another famed Stoic philosopher, wrote extensively about the importance of anticipating and rehearsing responses to hardships to strengthen the mind against turmoil. Meditation can be this rehearsal, a moment to preemptively face the day's potential challenges with calm and readiness. To deepen your meditation practice, consider incorporating readings from Stoic texts or reflecting on quotes from Stoic philosophers. For instance, You might meditate on a passage from Epictetus, who often spoke about accepting things we cannot change, or a thought from Seneca on the brevity of life. Each meditation session can be both a philosophical lesson and a practical exercise in living that philosophy. Practical steps to integrate morning meditation. To fully benefit from morning meditation, start by setting aside just 10 minutes each morning. Create a space free from distractions, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. Allow your thoughts to flow naturally, observing them without attachment. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breathing or to a Stoic concept you've chosen to reflect upon. As you continue this practice over time, you'll find that the clarity and focus it brings will begin to permeate your day, helping you approach life's challenges with a calm and rational mindset. 2. Journaling. A daily reflection of virtue for the Stoics. Journaling wasn't merely a method of self-expression, but a profound exercise in wisdom. It was a daily ritual that allowed them to examine their thoughts, align their actions with their values, and reinforce their commitment to living virtuously. The role of journaling in Stoicism. In the context of Stoicism, journaling transcends the simple act of recording events. It becomes a meditative practice where one reflects on the day's actions, ponders philosophical questions, and scrutinizes personal virtues and vices. This process of reflection is deeply anchored in the Stoic principle of self-awareness and the continuous pursuit of self-improvement. Marcus Aurelius, whose personal journal was later published as Meditations, provides one of the most famous examples of Stoic journaling. His reflections reveal a man deeply committed to understanding his own nature and striving to live according to reason and virtue. Through his writings, we gain invaluable insights into the mind of someone who was constantly striving to better himself. Similarly, Seneca's letters, filled with philosophical discourse, show his routine of writing as a form of moral instruction, both for himself and his readers. He viewed journaling as an opportunity to engage in a dialogue with himself, critically examining his own character and behavior. How to start your journaling practice. When incorporating journaling into your daily routine, think of it as crafting a personal philosophical text that guides you through life's complexities. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to write. The best part, there's no right or wrong way to journal. You might reflect on the events of the day, the decisions you made, and the reasons behind those decisions. Were they aligned with Stoic virtues? Could they have been handled better? One approach is to structure your journaling around Stoic exercises, such as the dichotomy of control, reflecting on what is within your control and what is not. This realization can lead to a more contented life as you begin to focus your energy and emotions on actions you can influence, letting go of stress over things you cannot. Over time, these entries will build a rich tapestry of personal philosophy, a practical guide to living in alignment with Stoic values. This habit of journaling is not just about recording life, it's about understanding it, learning from it, and preparing to meet tomorrow with a stronger, wiser, and more serene spirit. 3. Practicing gratitude, fostering contentment and joy. At the core of Stoicism is the idea that we should appreciate what we have and remain resilient in the face of what we don't. This perfectly aligns with the habit of gratitude, which trains us to focus on the blessings rather than the shortcomings of our daily lives. The Stoic view on gratitude. In Stoic philosophy, gratitude is not just an emotion, but a daily practice. It's a deliberate choice to recognize the value in everything around us. Epictetus, a leading Stoic thinker, urged his followers to cherish what they have, reminding them that everything they possess is borrowed from fortune and can be taken away at any moment. This perspective makes gratitude not only an exercise in appreciation, but also a preparation for loss. Practicing gratitude from a Stoic perspective helps us develop contentment and tranquility. It teaches us to appreciate the ordinary, to find joy in simple moments, and to understand that true happiness does not depend on external circumstances, but on our internal responses to those circumstances. Gratitude as a daily practice. To integrate gratitude into your daily routine, consider starting or ending your day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. These don't need to be grand or extraordinary. Even mundane aspects of life deserve appreciation. The act of gratitude can shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, fostering a positive mindset that can sustain you throughout the day. Moreover, gratitude can deepen our relationships. By regularly acknowledging the contributions of others to our happiness and well-being, we build stronger, more supportive connections. This is quintessentially Stoic, as the philosophy values social bonds and community, recognizing that we are social beings meant to support and be supported by others. Another way to practice Stoic gratitude is through meditation on impermanence, reflecting on how fleeting life and all its gifts are. This contemplation can enhance our appreciation for the present and reduce the distress we feel when things are lost or change unexpectedly. It's a practice of embracing the present and finding value in every experience, no matter how transient. Expanding your sense of gratitude. To expand this habit further, consider moments during your day where you may feel frustration or dissatisfaction. Pause in those moments and think about what you can be grateful for, even amid difficulty. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negativity, as it shifts the focus from what is going wrong to what is still good and valuable in your life. By aligning your perspective with Stoic principles, focusing on what you can control, accepting what you cannot, and finding value in both, you practice gratitude in a way that not only enhances your own life, but also makes you a source of strength and positivity for others. Through this habit, you embody the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with the natural flow of life, appreciating the past, embracing the present, and welcoming the future with an open heart. 4. Negative visualization, embracing impermanence. This habit might sound counterintuitive at first glance. Negative visualization involves contemplating the loss of things you value to appreciate them more deeply while you still have them. This technique, however, is one of the most powerful Stoic exercises for developing emotional resilience. The Stoic practice of negative visualization. Negative visualization helps foster a robust mental attitude by preparing you for potential future adversities, thus reducing the emotional impact if those adversities were to occur. The Stoics, philosophers who were masters at preparing for life's ups and downs, championed this practice not as a form of pessimism, but as a strategy to enhance emotional resilience. By periodically envisioning the loss of someone or something dear, you not only appreciate these things more while they are present, but you also strengthen your ability to handle eventual losses. Seneca, one of the most notable Stoic philosophers, advised people to periodically remind themselves that nothing they have is theirs to keep. This mental exercise dramatically alters our emotional responses to loss or deprivation, helping us face life's inevitable challenges with grace and strength. Building resilience and appreciation. In practicing negative visualization, you're essentially rehearsing for potential challenges. Imagine, for instance, losing a prized possession or navigating a day without modern conveniences like your smartphone or car. How would you adapt? What strengths would you rely on? Reflecting on these scenarios shifts your focus from taking daily comforts for granted to valuing their temporary nature. This reflection is not about dwelling on the negative, but about embracing the impermanence of life as a motivational force. The practice teaches us that by contemplating the temporary nature of everything we cherish, we can live more fully, love more deeply, and embrace the present with open arms. Moreover, negative visualization ties deeply into another Stoic principle, the dichotomy of control. By mentally simulating loss, you strengthen your internal responses, what you can control, rather than external events, which you cannot. This mental fortitude empowers you to remain composed and rational in the face of real-world difficulties. Practical applications of negative visualization. To integrate negative visualization into your daily routine, start with just a few minutes of reflection. Consider what your life would be like without some of the things you might be taking for granted: your health, your home, your relationships. Think about how you would feel, how you would cope, and how you could possibly move forward. This isn't about creating fear or sadness, but about preparing yourself to face life's inevitable changes with strength and grace. By practicing this technique regularly, you will become more resilient and less likely to be overwhelmed by life's inevitable ups and downs. 5. Conscious consumption, living with intention. The Stoic practice of conscious consumption encourages making choices that reflect your values. This habit is deeply aligned with the Stoic virtue of temperance, which calls for moderation in all aspects of life and the prudent use of resources, the virtue of temperance in daily life. In Stoicism, the virtue of self-control is emphasized when it comes to how we manage our time, money, and possessions. Stoics taught that overindulgence or reckless spending leads to a life of dependence on external things, which can compromise our happiness. Practicing conscious consumption allows you to manage your desires, choosing only what truly adds value to your life. Before making a purchase or consuming something, ask yourself, is this necessary? Does this align with my values? Can I live without it? This kind of reflection promotes a thoughtful and less materialistic lifestyle, challenging the modern tendency toward overconsumption and waste. Conscious consumption is not just about what we buy, but also about how and why we buy it. It extends to food, clothing, technology, and even media consumption. By choosing ethically sourced products that are environmentally friendly, we embody the Stoic principle of living with intention, considering not just our needs, but also the impact of our decisions on the world around us. The Stoic mindset of enough. One of the key ideas in Stoic philosophy is the concept of enough. The Stoics teach that true contentment comes from within, not from material possessions or external sources. When we focus on what truly satisfies our needs, rather than constantly seeking more, we can find deeper fulfillment and peace. This mindset helps us resist societal pressures to acquire and hoard. By practicing conscious consumption, we foster a life of simplicity and authenticity, where our choices reflect our deepest values, not just temporary desires. As we conclude this exploration of Stoic habits, let's take a moment to reflect on the transformative journey we've embarked upon together. Stoicism, with its profound teachings on resilience, mindfulness, and virtue, offers not just a philosophy, but a practical roadmap to a richer, more intentional life. By integrating these 5 habits, morning meditation, journaling, gratitude, negative visualization, and conscious consumption, into our daily routines, we can cultivate serenity, strengthen our character, and deepen our appreciation for the world around us. These habits are not just activities, but steps toward embodying the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature and reason. Each practice helps us forge a path toward not only enduring life's challenges, but thriving amidst them, fostering a state of contentment that is not swayed by external circumstances, but rooted in internal peace. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but progress. Each day offers an opportunity to grow a little wiser, a little more composed, and a little freer from the tyranny of uncontrolled emotions. This journey of transformation is ongoing, a path that we walk every day, with each step taking us closer to the Stoic ideal of a life well lived. Thank you for joining us at Be Stoic. If you found today's insights valuable, consider watching our next video and exploring more Stoic wisdom. Together, let's cultivate a life of purpose and peace.